Welcome back, True Seeker. Want to break down the final play of the Vikings Saints game and show you just how scripted it was. This is further proof that every game is scripted from the final score to the box score. If you're new to my channel, been proving how sports are rigged since 2013. Every day, the evidence builds. Professional sports is no different than the WWE, which is rigged, predetermined wrestling for fan entertainment. The rest of professional sports is all rigged and predetermined. Every game is a script. These teams practice together every week. Here we go. On the miracle play, which we'll get to, the Vikings ended up winning 29-24, a sum of 53 points. In my preview work, said that was a big number for today. Today's date, January 14th, 2018, date with numerology of 53. In the NFL, there's a 53-man roster. The field is 53 yards wide and not arbitrarily. It's about the shape of the football. The shape of the football is known as the Vesica Piscis, very spiritual shape. In Christianity, that shape, also known as the mandorla, is often shown around Jesus. Vesica Piscis, it's also called the mandorla. Today's date had numerology of 53, also 33. 1 plus 14 plus 18, 33. This was the 33rd all-time game between the Vikings and Saints. So Mandorla, Vesica Piscis, same shape. Final score summoned to 53 points. The Vikings also won it with 29, which is important because football equals 29. Talk about how that number also connects to Jesus and why that matters. Football on Sunday, day of Christian worship. So check it out. The Vikings receivers finished with 318 receiving yards, meaning Keenum had 318 gross passing yards. Diggs, who caught the winning touchdown, finished with 137 yards. That's the 33rd prime number. Again, today, 33-date numerology, 33rd matchup between these teams. I'm going to show you how this is connected to Jesus, who was reportedly crucified at age 33. In the Bible, there are 318 mentions of the return of Jesus, something we've been talking about for years. This is a special number, 318. If you've ever seen the TV show Touch, which is about how the entire world is connected by numbers, the first episode is about the number 318. So, check it out. Number 43 missed the touchdown, allowing number 14 to score. And it was a 61-yard touchdown play. A 61-yard touchdown play. So let's go over this. Let's talk about 43 and 61 in light of the 318 mentions of the return of Jesus. Jesus Christ in Gematria sums to 43. And the name Jesus alone has Gematria of 61. So does the word cross, 61. So does the word Christian, 61. So does the holiday Christmas, 61. Did I say the word church, 61? I think I did. In the Bible, it's the Church of Philadelphia. And now, Minnesota's going to play in Philadelphia after the 61-yard miracle catch. You see what a joke this is? I also want you to see that when you add in the S exception, Jesus also sums to 29, the winning score. 61-yard touchdown. Number 43 is who blew the play. Number 43 whiffed on the tackle, allowing 14 to score. 43 is the 14th prime number. If you haven't seen the highlight of how this game ended, watch it. It's embarrassing. It's definitive proof that sports are rigged. There was no time left. The Vikings had no timeouts. The game was all but over. They threw a long pass down the field. Number 14 went up and caught it inbounds. The defender was right behind him. All he had to do was tackle him to the ground, and the game was over. The Saints would have won. But instead, he lowered his shoulder and just tackled into the thin air, completely missing the receiver and completely intentionally. There was no excuse for what he did. He was standing where the receiver was. Easiest tackle in the history of the world. But that's not what happened. And the other point I want to make about 61 is it's the 18th prime number. Here we are at the beginning of 2018. You know, next week, if the Super Bowl ends up being Patriots and Eagles, I will have called another championship perfectly from the start of the season. You know? So, I don't know how people can continue to watch my work and troll and say it's all a coincidence. I've been doing this stuff year after year, proving how everything's scripted from college to pro. Just showed how the college championship was a lock for Alabama. It was all about 13, well before there was the 13-point comeback by number 13. You know? It's just undeniable what's going on in these games. Notice the second receiver had 74 yards. Notice Jesus is also 74. So is Cross. So is Messiah. So is Gospel. You know? So is Parables. Special numbers here. None of them coincidental. Every game scripted. From the final score to the box score. It's just sick, you know? It's just sick that people give up their money for these games. I don't know how anyone thinks the NFL is still real at this day and age. What happened in this game, you know, it's not too far off from what happens every season. It might be the most blatant example ever, but last year's Super Bowl 51 wasn't really much different. The Falcons in command of the game. Impossible situation to lose, unless you play like a complete idiot and lose the game. And it's not just the NFL, it's all of pro sports. It's always this ridiculous. So, if you guys didn't see the highlight of how this happened at the end, you better check it out. On my other channel, I uploaded a quick video showing the play. You know, teach these lessons to people. Show people what it's all about. You know, 318 mentions of the return of Jesus Christ. And also, as a reminder, just another lesson, the word Christ has gematria of 77. On our calendar, which was made by the Catholic Church, March 18th, 318 is the 77th day of the year, you know? Talked about all these things before. And amazing how they show up so perfectly in the most rigged outcome of the 2018 season. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker, until next time.